Greetings, my excellent friends. TheDeadMonk welcomes you to Purgatory. And the Epic Store has struck again. Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries delayed to December, now Epic Game Store exclusive. The delay into December part I don't mind, I think it was supposed to come out in September. So 4 months, fine, if you need that to finish the game, then finish your game. Don't put out some rushed, half-baked game that, like Bethesda and EA and Ubisoft, put out a complete game. So that's fine. But, Epic's Game Store exclusive? No. No. But at least they didn't pull an EastNet. The developer says those who pre-ordered are eligible for refunds. So there is that at least. Although that's a pre-order, that's not a Kickstarter backer. That just means they're not honoring those who already ordered the game on Steam. Nope, you don't get it, you just get your money back. I mean, they kind of have to do that. The launch of Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries, the first-person simulator-style combat game set in the Battletech universe, has been delayed once more. According to today's announcement, Mercenaries will now launch on December 10th as an Epic Game Store exclusive for a period of 1 year. Fans upset about either the delay or the shift from Valve's Steam marketplace are being directed to an FAQ document for instructions on how to request a refund. So, as I always say when a game goes Epic exclusive, you can argue all you want about how Epic is just another launcher. So, having it go away from Steam is not a big deal, it's just another launcher. I always argue, what about Good Old Games? Good Old Games is not just another launcher. Good Old Games is pro-consumer. Games are DRM free. No anti-consumer DRM in their games. Now, Mechwarrior 5 had never been confirmed for GOG. I read in some forums that they were considering putting it on there, but it was at no point, I don't think, on the GOG marketplace. So it might not have ever come out on Good Old Games. However, now it can't, or at least not for another year. And that's what upsets me. Alright, so let's see. Mercenaries was originally slated for launch sometime in 2018. Yeah, it had already been delayed before. In December that year, the team pushed it back to September 2019, and now it's 4 more months. To put considerably more quality into the game, while also giving us the time needed to localize to other languages and put considerable effort into marketing the game's release. Alright. Sorry, you want to market the game's release to get more people to know about it and maybe buy it. That's kind of contradictory to limiting the game to only being on Epic. You know, it's whatever. But, yeah. Epic strikes again. Now, I saw another quote from them. That was in another article. So, let's see if we get the quote here. Let's see. I mean, the headline here says, Mechwarrior 5 has a greater chance of success on the Epic Store. Really? Yeah, has a greater chance of success when people can only buy it in one place instead of multiple places, including the most popular place that has the most gamers, which is Steam. Yeah, greater chance of success. Let's see. Quote anywhere? We feel very strongly about discoverability and believe that Mechwarrior 5 Mercenaries has a greater chance of market success on the Epic Game Store. Really? These people are worried about too many games being on the Steam storefront? It's Mechwarrior. The people who are going to buy Mechwarrior are all the people who've been playing Mechwarrior. I've been waiting 17 years for another Mechwarrior. 2002, Mechwarrior 4 Mercenaries came out. I've been waiting almost as long for another Mechwarrior as I've been waiting for another X-Wing game. That one's been a little over 20 years. And they think they need discoverability? No, they need all the hardcore fans who have been playing their game, the Mechwarrior games, for 30 years. They don't need to discover it. So, I'm sorry, but this quote is absolute bullshit.
Bullshit.
Greater chance of market success because of discoverability on the Epic Games Store. What about all the people who won't discover the game because they're not going to use Epic? How about that? You want discoverability, have your game on Steam, on Epic, on Good Old Games. Put it everywhere. No, but Epic threw them a few $1 million, and that's all it took. I don't believe there's anything else to read there, but I noticed one other thing very recently. So if we go to the Epic Games Store, so if you remember when they launched, which was 9-10 months ago, when they launched they said, we're going to have a free game every 2 weeks. Oh, and big news for the Epic Store, they're going to have cloud save soon. Just wait, it's only going to be another 5 years before they finally have a shopping cart. But 8, 9, 10 months ago, right, they said free game every 2 weeks. Well, then at some point, after a few months, it became a free game every week. And now, I go on there, and this week for the first time, it's 2 games. I didn't mention it last week because I wanted to see if it wasn't just a 1 week thing, but nope. Upcoming soon, next week, 2 games again. So they've gone from roughly 2 games a month that you can get free to now 8 games a month. 8 games a month free. Now, I don't know what's behind this. I don't know if they're just desperately trying to get more people to their platform or what. And I assume how these work is that whatever game they get a deal with to make it free, that every time someone redeems a free copy, they'll, so like for Moonlighter, maybe Epic gives the publisher of Moonlight a quarter, 50 cents, something, every time somebody redeems a free one. But I'm sure it has to be costing them money. But if it's like that, if they have to pay for every redemption of a free game, that just makes me want to have, say, 100 fake accounts redeeming every free game that shows up just to cost them money. Yeah, remember how the Epic Store was supposed to be so beneficial for gamers? So great for the industry? No. All they've offered is, here, have a bunch of free games. It's not like it's any new games or anything, which I wouldn't expect it to be new games. But that's all they're offering. Remember how Tim Sweeney promised that, since all these developers get a bigger cut of the profit, they'll be able to sell their games cheaper and pass the savings on to you, the gamer.
Bullshit.
No. Games that are on here and on Steam, they're never cheaper on Epic at the same price. Or even more expensive because games go on sale all the time on Steam. Whereas on Epic, no, nothing's ever on sale. They had their one sale that was a disaster. Yeah, no, I don't see any games here that are any cheaper than they would be on Steam. Oh, and please, Cyberpunk 2077, do not buy it from Epic. I would say don't buy it from Steam either. Buy it straight from the publisher. Get it on Good Old Games. Good Old Games is owned by and run by CD Projekt Red. Buy it from them. If you really want to make sure developers get a larger cut, buy this on Good Old Games. They'll get all the money. But yeah, if you're not going to buy it on Good Old Games, buy it on Steam. We know we all want that Keanu game. Anyway, but all this stuff with Epic, I think Tim Sweeney, in my opinion, he's just such a liar. I really want Fortnite to die. Why? Don't get all upset. I've never played Fortnite. I have no interest in Fortnite. I don't play any free-to-play games. Okay, so I don't hate Fortnite. I hate the fact that Epic takes in billions and billions of dollars from Fortnite, and this entire Epic Games Store is funded by Fortnite. I want Fortnite to die so that we can really see what the Epic Game Store is made of when they're not backed by Fortnite money, when they're not just throwing billions of dollars around just to try to become relevant. Okay? If Fortnite weren't here, would they still be giving companies millions of dollars to make their games exclusive on Epic? Would they still be giving away 2 free games every week if they didn't have Fortnite money at their disposal? Okay? Then we really see if Tim Sweeney's telling the truth, if he's really just trying to be good for the gaming community. But as I said, I think, well, at least in my opinion, he is full of
bullshit.
So again, if you like Fortnite, that's fine. As I said, I'm not shitting on the game. I have no opinion on it. I've never played it. Never played PlayUnknown's Battlegrounds or any of those other battle royales. Just not my thing. I don't care. But I do want it to die. Can we really see if Tim Sweeney isn't just spewing vomit for words? So, Epic strikes again. Mechwarrior 5, I was so excited when I heard it was coming, and, well, I guess I won't be playing it until December 2020. I'll play it then. Yeah, unless I find some way of playing it without actually giving Epic any money. I don't plan on doing that. I have plenty of games to play in the meantime, but I can understand other people who are really excited about Mechwarrior not waiting until December 2020, but playing the game without giving Epic any money. So that's it for this one. All I can say is, don't be an asshole like Epic Games. Instead, be excellent to each other. Farewell.